So you know the coronavirus is here, right? So guess what? They did a survey, and it turns out 38% of Americans wouldn't buy Corona beer under any circumstances because of the coronavirus. That's true. That's a true thing. Look at this.
See, if Heineken would have put that out, I would have bought one just because that's funny. You gotta tip the hat.
I'm gonna start a new beer and call it Antidote. Dore, that's it. Dore. We gotta hire this woman. She's good at this shit. You know, Dairy Queen just released a statement that their menu is not intended to be a weather forecast, and the blizzard is just a dessert. Yeah, this is all true. You know, every intern at course is currently Googling all the virus names. Did you know that? That's right. Do you know who this guy is? This guy, Anand? So he was in a video, we did a video, and we talked about how beautiful his gray hair is. It's like a superhero's. And people were really hitting me hard on the comments about that. They're like, you don't know who this guy is? He wrote these books. And I'm like, you guys know, books are hard to read. And you know, I've seen him on, I know. So this guy actually, they invite him on corporate news. Now, he works for Time Magazine, right? So he's definitely an establishment guy, but for some reason, he's telling the truth about everything. And they keep bringing him on TV, they fired Phil Donahue for telling the truth about the war. They fired Ashley Banfield. They fired Ed Schultz. They fire you if you tell the truth about shit that's important, right? So somehow he keeps getting invited back, which is amazing, right? So maybe it's the gray hair. It does freak them out. They think he's got to be established when he's got gray hair. He says the coronavirus makes clear that what has been true all along, your health is as safe as that of the world's worst insured, worst cared for person in your society. It will be decided by the height of the floor and not the ceiling. That's kind of amazing to think about it that way. If you are skeptical of Medicare for all, try this. Take note today of the people who you come in contact with infecting distances of you. Are you confident they all have access to the care they need to be healthy and keep you healthy? If not, become interested in what would change that. Right? He says, if I had a TV show, I would get on a plane and find the least insured, most precariously cared for person in America, and I would profile their health situation in detail, because with a virus like this in play, their health situation is basically yours.
That's right.
Because let's keep it very real. Right now, even under the advances of Obamacare, some of you will very possibly be infected by people who might not have realized that they had not infected you had they not been frightened of a medical bill. So what he's saying is there's going to be a bunch of poor people getting sick, and they're not going to go to the doctor because they ain't got the fucking money to go to the doctor because they can't pay their deductible because Obamacare didn't do fucking shit for poor people because they still can't afford a $5,000 deductible.
And they can't afford to take a day off work and rest. They can't afford to do any of that shit. So they're going to have to work and drive and interact with everybody.
So if you want to go get a McDonald's hamburger or a Del Taco, or if you want to have your roommate up at a hotel, or if you want to have your hair cut, those people don't get paid fucking days off. They're coming to work with the coronavirus, and you're all going to fucking get it. The checker at the Ralph's, you're all getting it, all right? They're not taking days off. Just so you know. And then you have to deal with assholes like this, who says, sorry, but having the government run healthcare is a bad idea. You can say anything you want, but it's not economically feasible. I have a husband who has Parkinson's, and our healthcare covers just about everything. I do not owe you or anyone else their healthcare. That's right. I got mine, and fuck you. That's what that is. So that's the mentality of a lot of people out there. I got mine, and fuck you. Go ahead.
It actually says that in the Bible. It's about 400 pages in, but it says that.
So here's how Nancy Pelosi wants to deal with the coronavirus. You ready?
Vaccines, we must make sure that the vaccines are affordable. And
We think it's important to make that point because of
She wants to make the vaccines affordable.
She is a virus.
Yes. What kind of? You have to have a virus in your brain to think that. Hey, you know, we could. Well, here's what I said. Of course, we could distribute the vaccine to all citizens as soon as it's available and stop a pandemic. But we're not filthy socialists, so lots of people are going to die. That's what she's saying. A functioning government would fucking inoculate its citizenry against a goddamn pandemic and forget about a fucking profit motive. But that's how fucking infected their brains are by capitalism and corporatism that they can't even stop a pandemic without a little profit, baby. They'll have a little profit. Come on, and if we can't have profit, you guys gotta die. What the fuck? I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna get the vaccine. Fuck you. I'm Nancy Pelosi.
You know, and I was just talking to a friend, and they were saying how, you know, the polio vaccine was free.
Free!
You could go to the park, and they would set up places so people would be vaccinated for polio, as if this model isn't already in place last century.
I mean, you don't like walking around going, look at that guy with polio, fucking poor.
And you better bet your sweet ass these ruling class soulless cocksuckers sat around and said, nah, let's let it spread a little bit and thin the fucking herd, and then we'll come in with a vaccine and we'll profit from that. You fucking know they said that because they are soulless fucking assholes.
And they've said it in the past.
Hey, the Jimmy Dore Show is coming to a town near you with a live show. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets to all our live shows. See you in Minneapolis, Chicago. Plus, become a premium member of the Jimmy Dore Show. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com/join. Thanks for your support.